أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Welcome to the series of the Prophets عليهم الصلاة والسلام legendary stories. We have covered the story of Adam عليه الصلاة والسلام, as well as that of Idris or Enoch, that of Noah or Nuh, that of Hud, Prophet Salih, Prophet Abraham or Ibrahim, Prophet Ishmael or Ismail, Prophet Ishaq or Isaac, Prophet Yaqub or Jacob, Prophet Lut or Lot, the story of Shu'aib alayhi salatu wasalam, the story of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam or Joseph, the story of Job or Ayub, the story of Dhul-Kifl, the story of the dwellers of Arras, the prophets mentioned in Surah Yasin. That story was also covered. The story of Jonah, meaning the story of Yunus. And we are now in the section number 1, the story of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, the aftermath of the festival. Allah Almighty revealed, Jalla Jalaluhu, saying, Verily, Qarun was of Moses' people, but he behaved arrogantly towards them, and we gave him of the treasures, that of which the keys would have been a burden to a body of strong men. When his people said to him, Do not be glad with ungratefulness to Allah Jalla Jalaluhu's favors. Verily, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu likes not those who are glad with ungratefulness, but instead seek His favor, but seek with that wealth which is with Allah, and what He has bestowed on you, the home of the hereafter, and forget not your portion of legal enjoyment in this world, and do good as Allah Jalla Jalaluhu has been good to you, and seek not mischief in the land. Verily Allah Jalla Jalaluhu likes not those mischief makers, corrupt ones, those Iblisi allies. Here Qarun said, This has been given to me only because of knowledge I possess. End quote. Did he not know that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu had destroyed before him generations, men who were stronger than him in might and greater in the amount of riches they had collected? But the mujrimin, meaning the criminal, disbelieving, Iblisi allies, sinners, will not be questioned of their sins because Allah Jalla Jalaluhu knows them well. They will be punished without account. So he went forth before his people in his pomp. Those who were desirous of the life of the world said, O Allah, would that we had the like of what Qarun has been given. Verily, he is the owner of great treasure. End quote. But those who had been given religious knowledge said, or is actually saying, those who had been given the knowledge of religion or religious knowledge. Woe to you, the reward of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu in the hereafter is better for those who believe and do righteous deeds. In this none shall attain except those who are patient in following the truth of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. So we caused the earth to swallow him and his dwelling place. Then he had no group or party to help him against Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, nor was he one of those who could save themselves, and those who had desired for a position like his position. The day before began to say, and I quote, Know you not that it is Allah Jalla Jalaluhu who enlarges the provision or restricts it to whomever he pleases of his slaves? Had it not been that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu was gracious to us, He could have caused the earth to swallow us up also. Know you not that the disbelievers will never be successful? Surah number 28, ayahs number 76 to 82. When the Egyptians and the children of Israel examined this miracle, the conflict between Moses and Pharaoh again reached a crisis because Pharaoh believed that Moses was threatening his kingdom. Pharaoh was afraid that the people would be misled by Moses. He suggested to his ministers and notable men that Moses be killed. We believe that that Haman supported the idea along with a front of disbelievers. It was on the verge of approval except for the vote of one of the notable men of the state, whose name is not mentioned in the Quran. The Quran says only that this man was a believer. This believer spoke in the assembly where the idea of killing Moses had been introduced. He proved that it was not a good idea. Moses did not say more than that Allah is his Lord. Later, and I quote, Moses did not say more than that Allah is his Lord. Later, he came with clear evidence that he is a messenger. There are two possibilities. Either Moses is righteous or a liar. If he lies, he will be responsible for his lie. If he is righteous and we slay him, where, if he is righteous and we slay him, where is the guarantee that we will be rescued from the torment of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu? Either way, he neither says nor does anything that merits our killing him. This angered Pharaoh and his counselors, and they threatened to harm the man, but he refused to budge from his stance. They then tried to woo him back, but he still warned them that they were inviting their doom. This angered Pharaoh more, and he now threatened to kill the man. However, Allah protected his believer. Allah Almighty revealed their dialogue. Pharaoh said, and I quote, "Leave me to kill Moses and let him call his Lord to stop me from killing him. I fear that he may change your religion, or that he may cause mischief to appear in the land." Moses said, "Verily, I seek refuge in my Lord and your Lord from every arrogant who believes nor in the day of reckoning, from every arrogant one who believes not in the day of judgment, the day of reckoning, and a believing man of Pharaoh's family who hid his faith said, would you kill a man because he says, my Lord is Allah, and he has come to you with clear signs, proofs from your Lord? And if he is a liar, upon him will be the sin of his lie. But if he is telling the truth, then some of that calamity wherewith he threatens you will befall on you. Verily, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu guides not one who is a mushrif, a polytheist, Iblisi ally, or a murderer who shed blood without right, or those who commit great sins, oppressor, transgressors, a liar. O my people, yours is the kingdom. This day you are uppermost in the land, but who will save us from the torment of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu should it befall on us? Pharaoh said, I show you only that which I see correct, and I guide you only to the path of righteous policy. And he who believed said, O my people, verily I fear for you a fate like that of disaster of the Confederates of old, like that fate that has affected or afflicted the people of Noah and Ad and Thamud and those who came after them. And Allah wills no injustice for his slaves. And O my people, verily I fear for you the day when there will be mutual calling between the people of hell and of paradise. A day when you will turn your backs and flee, having no protector from Allah, and whosoever Allah Jalla Jalaluhu sends astray, for him there is no guide. And indeed Joseph did come to you in times gone by with clear signs, but you ceased not to doubt in that which he did bring to you, till when he died. You said no messenger will Allah send after him. Thus Allah Jalla Jalaluhu leaves astray him who is a polytheist, oppressor, a criminal sinner who commits great sins, and a murtab, one who doubts Allah's Jalla Jalaluhu's warning and his oneness. Those who dispute about the ayat, the proofs, evidence, lessons, signs, and revelations of Allah without any authority that has come to them. It is greatly hateful in the sight of Allah and in the sight of those who believe. Thus does Allah Jalla Jalaluhu seal up the heart of every arrogant tyrant, so they cannot guide themselves to the right path, excuse me. And Pharaoh said, O Haman, build me a tower, that I may arrive at the ways of the heaven, and I may look upon the Ilah of Musa, the God of Musa. But verily I think him to be a liar. Thus it was made fair seeming in Pharaoh's eyes the evil of his deeds, and he was hindered from the right path, and the plot of Pharaoh led to nothing but loss and destruction for him. Inshallah, we will stop it here at page number 226 at the top of the page. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. وتبارك اسم ربك ولا إله غيرك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين